So guys, back in the shop today, and one of the guys I work with saw my last video where I changed the wheel bearing on a Polaris RZR. And in that video, I had to take the wheel bearing to work because I don't have a press. So one of the guys at work said, hey, I have a press you can have. You can have it. You're about perfect for what you need. And this here's that press. There's the other parts to it. I'm assuming that this is an old Harbor Freight press, considering it's orange, which is what the old Harbor Freight jack that I have over there is. So the other thing is, it'll probably be perfect for what I need for just doing wheel bearings, but it's a little too big. I want it to just fit on top of the workbench. So I think I'm going to go ahead and modify this. I think I got a good idea in my head on how to do it, just to make it a little bit smaller and more friendly for what I need. So I'm going to go ahead and start on that. So my thoughts on this right now are, I'm going to assume this thing's probably right around 5 foot tall, I'm guessing. Ooh, just shy, 4'11". So I think I can shave a little bit off of this by simply taking these bolts out of here and moving them down to here and here, which that'll lose a little bit of the stroke on this, but I don't need a lot of that. And then the only thing I've got to do is come up with a couple pieces of angle or a piece of C-channel to put in the top here so that this can press against. Like I said, the only thing I really want this for is to do wheel bearings. This ought to be more than enough for what I need. Watch, I go to work on a dozer and I'll need a big press then. But, so I'm going to start tearing this thing apart and see what I can get to. And the whole reason I'm doing this is because it's too short to work with on the ground because I have to bend over to get down to here. But if I put it on the bench in the position it is now, the jack is too tall. So I'm thinking I can lose this probably 16-inch to 2-foot piece here, get rid of all that, and that would leave me with enough down below to still work, but make this thing the right height to use on the bench. There's literally just all different size bolts in this thing. Some of them are 18, some of them are 19, some of them are 17. This thing's just a Heinz 57 for sure. I'll be putting probably some good standard grade 8 bolts back in already. These bolts here just don't seem like they've got too much quality to them. That one there's one there. I'll grab the 1/2 inch gun. This one's got a little more persuasion. Oh boy. Well, there's the top part disassembled. So on this next part, I have to do some figuring here, because if I put, I don't think these matter. Let's say I put this one here. This goes up here, and this will be shoving down. The jack won't fit between here and there, so I'm going to have to drop this down another notch from the top, which is still fine with me. It'll still give me plenty of clearance. That's about right. That's about what we want. Alright, cool. Perfect. Oh yeah. It gives me space down here to work. I know I said I was going to use grade 8 bolts on this, but I didn't have any that long right now. So I'm just going to stick these ones back on here for now. I'll do that. Alright, I'm going to go find a piece of C-channel or something for the top of it. So the best thing about keeping a lot of junk is you've always got stuff when you need it. Found this perfect piece of 4-inch C-channel in the scrap pile. So, let me see here. I'm going to get it set up here in the bandsaw, and we're going to cut this thing off. And we need 19¼ inches. And we're just going to let that cut. This one angle right here is bent in. That's how you take care of that. And now we're nice and flush across there. So I'm just going to take the old Milwaukee marker here. We're going to mark a hole. Well, we'll get the drill press set up here, and I think we can make something happen here. I think we can get bolts in that. Should be able to clear to get a nut on it. I could move that hole down just slightly, I guess. I don't know, we'll get it set up. So we got it clamped into the drill press here. We're gonna just add some oil to this situation. One done. So I went ahead and got this bit changed out to 1/2 inch because that's what we're going to have to go in here. I always like to drill a pilot hole. I don't know if it's right or not. It's what I do. Alright, I got that all drilled out. I'm going to jam it back down in here and put some bolts and nuts in it. And that's that part. That's bolted in there. Alright. So I almost forgot I'm going to have something for my return springs to hook to from there to there. So I had some eye bolts laying over there. I'm just going to measure the distance they had here on these. And then I will measure and find center on this. And go out evenly from there. This way everything's centered and I'll drill holes. This here is right at 7 inches. Take our 19 1/4, which would be 8 1/8, or 9 1/8. Nine and 5/8. 9 5/8 would be the dead center. I'm not real good at mental math. Just takes me a second. And then we said, what was it? 7. So 1/2 7 is 3 1/2. So we come off our center mark to 3 1/2 on each side. There's that. And this is 4 inches wide, so we want the 2 inch mark. Right like that. And then I want to get a drill bit and a drill, and I'll drill those. And I like to center punch stuff like this. A little bit of oil. Well, I just went to try this jack out because I never thought about it. And I can't get it to move. Well, maybe something's gonna happen. Yeah, there it goes. Oh yeah, there we go. Good to go. All right. Then we'll just tighten the top of the jack out to match the distance between it and the top. Twist out just a little bit of preload. And that ought to do it. That ought to take care of all that. Well, there she is. That there is the new bearing press. And it's small enough that whenever I don't need it, I can stick it in the building. So it's not in my way. Whenever I do need it, it fits on top of the workbench. I can walk up, stick the bearing in here. I've only got about 3.5 to 4 inches of travel, which is just enough for wheel bearings, which is all I wanted. And this ought to work just fine. So I'll give you a shout out there. Thank you, Dave. Appreciate that. It works great. So, if you guys like seeing videos like this, go check out the rest of my channel. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Thank you.